life with your grandparents. Could you tell me how that worked out for you?
From what I can remember, it was different. There were rules this time, unlike living with my mother and father, where I could do whatever I wanted. When I did something at my grandparents, I got in trouble for it if it was the wrong thing. Something I wasn't used to. Um, I had been grounded for the first time. I didn't know what grounding meant. You go stay in your room, you can't play outside. I wasn't used to this.
Tough love.
It really was, and it definitely changed me for the most part into being what I am today. Just a lot of different things, a lot of, like, I couldn't stay out past like 7 o'clock. When I was living with my mom and dad, I stayed out all night long and did whatever I wanted.
Threw
Well,
shingles off roofs.
yeah, I threw shingles off roofs, dang it.
So your grandparents taught you discipline.
Yeah.
That ended up being a good thing for you, but how did that affect your relationship with your parents? Did you still have a connection with them? Did you still speak to them?
Yes, I did. My dad had visiting rights as well as my mother did. I could tell my mother was trying to, get better because she wanted to see me. She went to Oriana House and, tried to solve her drinking problems. And at times she did do a good job, and at times she would slip back and fall, just like my dad. They both had their rough spots, and ultimately, I could tell that they were not trying as hard as they could to see me and be with me.
Did you do better in school?
Uh, yes, in a way. My first year at the new school, living with my grandparents, was very bad. I got letters sent home every day saying, Justin did this, Justin did that, he's missing recess, and he still doesn't seem to care. But then after a little home discipline, it sort of kicked in that I need to start doing my schoolwork and do what I need to do to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I had never known really what recess was because I had always gotten in trouble in school. So, like, when I was able to go outside and play, it was like a new concept to me. It was like, holy crap, you can go outside and play in school? I should have been good all these other years.
Justin liked going to school. He enjoyed the teachers. He enjoyed the principal. He come home one day and was telling us that he got to eat lunch with the principal that day. And we had to explain to him that that was not a treat, that was a punishment. They made him eat with the principal because he couldn't behave himself. When we first got him into school, we did not know he was ADHD. But then the teachers realized because he couldn't sit down, he would be up dancing in the aisles while the teacher was trying to teach, and just singing and just disrupting the class. And then they found out that he had ADHD, and we got him medicated, and he seemed to do a lot better. But he went to an after-school program with the YMCA, and they called me one day at work and told me that I had to come and get Justin. So I went and got him, and I asked, what's the problem? And they told me that this one little boy had something that Justin wanted and wouldn't give it to him, so Justin took a pair of scissors and had the kid down on the floor with the scissors at his throat. And I explained to them that Justin thought nothing wrong with that because that's what he saw his parents do time and time again, and he thought if you wanted something and you didn't get it, that's how you got it.
With all the stuff you had going on previously in your life, did you find it hard to stay focused in school?
Extremely hard. I forget when, but I had been diagnosed with ADHD and ADD. The school appointed me a counselor. I would go to talk to the counselor like every day.
Attention deficit disorder.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, I had a counselor, and all we did was play board games. Like, I would be taken out of class to play board games with the counselor. And when I tried to talk to the counselor, she didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know what to talk about. It just seemed like...
She was probably just a fresh out of college girl trying to make a little bit of money.
I don't know if she was or not, but it was weird. It felt like I was different than everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting treated for special stuff. I had to go see a counselor, like, what the heck? And on the other side, it was a lot worse for my brother because he was living in a foster family at this time.
We wanted to have custody of Justin. Children's Services put him in our home as a foster child, and we wanted custody of him, complete custody. So we got a lawyer, and we went to court to have the court give us custody over his mother. His mother could not take care of him. She couldn't even take care of herself. And his mom and dad were both divorced, and neither one of them could take care of him. So we went to court, and when we finally got in there, then his mother decided that she could not raise him with her illness, so she just signed him over to us, gave him to us, which was really the happiest day of our life. We really loved having Justin with us. Once we got him on the medication for his ADHD, and he started doing real well in school, he just changed and started being a better child. He could concentrate more and listen better than he did. Then we put him in a Summit Academy school, and that's for ADHD children. And he did real good in there for a couple years, and then we just decided that they'd done everything they could for him. We put him back in public school.
If we could skip ahead 2 years to 1999, what's going on?
Well, at that point in my life, I've been living with my grandparents for about two and a half years. You know, and honestly, I didn't expect when I moved in with them that I'd be living with them. Like, I thought it was like a,
Temporary
spend the
spot.
week thing, spend the month, but
Weekend at Bernie's kind of type of deal.
weekend at Bernie's without the dead guy in the backseat of your car. But yeah, it turned out to be a whole lifetime with my grandma and grandpa. Not that that's a bad thing; it's a good thing. Sometimes we can get a little, you know what I'm saying? But that goes with everybody's parents,
Especially Grandpa.
Yeah, especially grandpa.